Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. Like I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the back button. That's all you got to do is push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
It's time for the Tap Out Show. We are here for yet another great show. Look, this might be the single greatest fight weekend if the combined sports of boxing and MMA. We have unbelievable amounts of fights to cover, information that we got to go over, and news, and just. Man, look, and I ain't here to do it alone. In fact, I ain't here to do it at all. I'm just here to watch and add my 2 cents. What I'm here with is my 2 teammates that we always grind out with. So I'm going to bring one on right quick. My man, Jake, right up in the building. How you doing today, brother?
Oh, not too bad. Fully awake now, ready to go. Read through the script one more dang time just to make sure I had my bearings, but...
No static, we hear you.
Yep, throughout the plaid tonight, got the hockey hat on, got the Seattle vibes going, just ready to chill this out, have some fun.
I can dig it. And it's not just me and Jake. You know, we got to bring in Wu-Tang. We got to bring in Wu-Tang.
The expert analyst.
Absolutely. So, my guy. There he is.
Oh, we don't got to drop all of it.
What's up, fellas?
How we doing today, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm ready to have some fun tonight with you boys.
Absolutely. So, man, our last show was great. That was 290, correct? UFC 290, I believe we covered. That ended up being I know a lot of times we have a great card coming up and then we preview it. And sometimes those fights card, they don't go well. Sometimes they're not as interesting as we think they're going to be, but that card actually really lived up, and I'm really hoping that this next card does as well. So with that said, man, I think it's about time for the newsman to give us the news.
Yeah, no, nothing's better than when a card surprisingly comes out and just slaps, which is exactly what last card was. I couldn't get enough of it. But what we got on the roll call today for UFC 291 is me being wrong, actually. Before we get into the news, I just want to go ahead and say that when I was talking to Jamie about this about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I was like, there's no title fight. They got the BMF gimmick title up on the line. I'm like, the card's going to be all right. I go through after you had asked about when our next show is. I was like, hey, man, we got one next week. We're going to go ahead and cover this anyway. I go through the card, and I'm like, hey, this is low-key a banger.
Yeah.
And then Mike gets on the chat and goes, hey, this fight card is stacked. This could quite possibly be the best or the second best card of this year. And I'm like, you know what? I think this might just take the cake. It is a really, really good card, but we have some unfortunate news. I just got an update, breaking news about 30 minutes ago. One of my personal favorite fighters, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, officially doesn't have a fight.
What?
Michael Pereira, he was 3 pounds over the weight limit.
No.
And it was too late in the game. I guess he missed his hour, didn't want to take it. I don't know what it was. He unfortunately missed the weight, and it's scrapped. Fight's
So,
off.
no catch weight, no nothing. Like
No catch
not
weight.
good, not good.
And I think that might have been Stephen Thompson's choice because the man is 40 years old. He is he wants to maybe go because everyone apparently the 40 is the new 30. He wants to go for one more title shot or one more run at the title, and he doesn't want a chance by going over a fighter that went overweight or give him the time of day to get better. It just sucks because one guy's on a 5-fight win streak, the other guy's on a 1-fight win streak over a hot fighter. It was going to be freaking absolute fireworks, and we're not getting the fight now, and it really sucks because I was looking forward to seeing Wonder Boy do his thing again because it's always fun seeing him in the Octagon.
Yeah, it's fun watching a 40-year-old man still be like as good as he is. So
it's all about that nutrition.
Yeah, that's fascinating. Unfortunate, but what can you do?
But it is what it is. I figured I'd go ahead and hit you guys up with a little update on the card before we get fully into it. First bit of news of the day. Go ahead and take it away, Mike. We're going with your news topic to start it off.
Oh, so I wanted to cover the Inoue Fulton fight the other night.
Yeah.
Oh my God, man! What a test for Inoue. What can I say? Like freaking 93%, like finish rate, dude. It's like, oh my goodness. And then and of course we got the Spence Crawford fight this weekend too. So a lot of boxing action this week, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm doing my service by trying to catch up. I'm into the boxing scene, but I really fully only got into it because of Tyson Fury. And now that I've seen you're checking out the undercard, or not the undercard guys, the lighter weight guys. This is getting to be really interesting. I liked it because I like guys like Triple G back in the day when he was really good. And I'm like, I went back and I did my research on Inoue, and he is 22 wins by knockout and 3 by decision, undefeated. And he was the first one, either the first one or the first one in a while to unify the WBC and the WBO super bantamweight titles. I'm like, that is pretty insane. And with a TKO victory in the 8th round over Stephen Fulton, it definitely made for a great fight and showed his strengths. I love it.
It's like, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm just saying, like I'm just trying to enjoy the moment because it's almost like we're entering like another Pacquiao era. You know what I mean? Like in terms of like Asian combat, So, that's why I'm excited. I can't help but.
He's fun to watch. I also love that it's annoying. It's annoying, but it makes when he wins even more fun. There's a certain amount of like theories or bullshit about that surround him about there was the whole how he wrapped his hands, where he wanted to fight, all this shit, and it was just like, yeah, man, y'all can keep on making excuses, but he's just out here whooping ass. So like, it doesn't really matter what you're saying about him. Every time you put him in the ring, somebody gets beat on. So
yeah, because I thought for sure Fulton was gonna bring it to him.
He got smoked.
Man.
I didn't even get to watch it, but my homie whenever a good fight's on, he'll be in the chat with me and Lewis and he'll sit there and like score as it goes. And I woke up to 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. He was like 4-1, maybe 5-1, 6-1. He was like, yo, he is whooping his ass. Like, and so it was great to see.
Yeah.
STWF TV was good. Welcome to the chat. Appreciate everybody who's joining us right now. We got 4 people watching. We're gonna get some more people watching. We know.
Yeah, they come in strides.
We got some slow rollers, man. We good. So, like I said, so like you mentioned, the Terrence Crawford Errol Spence fight it's one of the biggest fights in boxing in a long time. These two both undefeated. Terrence Crawford good coach. Terrence Crawford,
good coach.
At this weight is, I think, what is he? 30 like he's 30-0 with 30 knockouts in this weight class, and Errol Spence is also undefeated. Look, I got it on good authority that Terrence Crawford has avoided this fight for a little while now. Oh, we just went live on YouTube? Well, ain't that a bitch? Well, we here.
Says we've been on for 10 minutes.
Hey, exactly, Coach. Team Spence. I'm on Team Spence, man. Crawford been kind of ducking a bit. Crawford is one of those classic fighters who definitely tailors and caters his matches. He doesn't always face people at the peak. He doesn't always face the best guy. He'll face some good guys, but not always the best guy at the right time. And so I just think I think Spence is the biggest problem he's ever dealt with. And I think he's going to get his ass whipped. I'm not a big Crawford fan, so there might be a little bias here, but yeah, I think he's going to get smoked.
Yeah, I feel like he has a slight edge. I feel like he has more power. So
who, Crawford?
No, Spence.
Oh, Spence. Yeah, Spence he got some power behind him. Like I was just saying today that he's also a lot bigger on a regular basis. I guess he walks around at 170, 175, whereas that is not how Crawford walks around. And I mean, look, Crawford's a great athlete, but yeah, I just think Arrow's going to outpace him. And I'm interested to see if they at any point just stand there and go, or are they really going to try to technical the whole fight out the entire time? If they stand there and go, we're going to get a treat. It might be a short treat, but it's going to be a treat. I think Spence is going to beat him down.
It's going to be another great classic, just classic two undefeated guys going at each other. One's 39-0 with 30 wins by knockout and 9 by decision. And Spence, I believe, is the correct page I'm on. He's won 22 fights by knockout and 6 by decision. So yeah, these they both obviously have some pretty sick knockout power. Matter of fact, since this is like I said, I'm trying to get hip to the boxing scene. I watch it every now and again. I do enjoy it more than I did in years past. That this is a fight that I definitely want to tune in and watch for sure. But other than that, I really can't give a full opinion on it because I haven't seen either of these fighters. But there's nothing like being able to see two undefeated guys go at it.
Yeah, especially for the belt, especially for the belt. And I think they both putting up belts. I'm not sure about that. What I do know, also there's it's for the undisputed welterweight, so that's what they're going for. Also, Crawford didn't Crawford get his belt with a little bit of? There was some basically guys just didn't fight. Yeah. No, well, not controversy, but like it was basically handed to him.
Oh, it's like one of those like by default or something. Or...
Yeah, kind of like So like I don't know. A couple guys didn't fight or whatever. I don't know the whole situation, but also we got a couple other fights. I'm not gonna really get too much into them. I'm just gonna talk about who's fighting on that card. We got Isaac Cruz versus Giovanni Cabrera. We got Nonito Donaire versus Alexander. What was that?
Oh, so he's back. He's back in there already.
Yeah. Nonito Donaire versus Alexandro Santiago, and Sergio Garcia versus Ionis Telis.
Donaire, another guy who fought Inoue twice.
Oh yeah, okay, that's crazy. Yeah. Wait, who fought twice?
Donaire fought Inoue twice. So gives you an idea, like a reference point of like the caliber of fighters like Inoue has fought.
Oh wow, did he beat Donaire?
He beat Donaire twice.
Yeah,
one time by decision, and then the other one by knockout. They did a rematch.
Yeah, man. What was the? Do you know anything about the deal with him wanting to fight only in his country? Like, is there a reason he wanted to fight there and not anywhere else?
Who, Inoue?
Yeah, because that was part of this whole fight that recently with Fulton.
That is in Japan.
Yeah, he has fought in the States. He fought in Vegas like I think 2 or 3 times now. One of the times with Donaire. So.
Well, that should be. Well, I want to watch him grow more, and yeah, I just can't wait for this Crawford and Spence fight. I think it's gonna be a brawl, man. It's crazy that it's on the same time, at the same time as this UFC event. Lewis says he's fought in other places, but he's the A side, so he decides. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Man.
Yeah, when you whoop an ass like that, you get to call the shots, man.
100%. The thing that I really like about the welterweight and under, as you go down the weight classes, is the the speed of the hands, because the guys that are above that have more power and got the bricklayer hands, but the guys that are low, the speed of the punch makes up for the less in power, and it makes it hit even harder. So
yeah, I feel like the lower weight classes they're more technical because they have to be. It's not all just power shots.
That's what I picked up from just from watching it the few times that I have. And I mean, I've tuned into the celebrity stuff too, with watching the guys go in there against those exhibition fights. But nothing beats a real live thing. Whenever I've watched all 3 Fury and Wilder fights, and I think I just sat back in my chair and can't believing what colossal men actually really do exist in the world that go at each other and throw bombs like that, which is why.
And even those fights, any Fury fight, he still has that technical side to him. His head movement and just the way he avoids punches is Ali-esque.
It's a bigger Floyd.
He's turned into an asshole now, but
it comes with territory.
Yeah, yes and no. He does a lot of clown shit, but he's a great boxer, and although he was just beating, Fury is annoying now. He was just beating the Bronze Bomber like he stole something though. So
if you didn't know though, Fury's getting a Netflix series. I don't know what's up with everyone getting a Netflix series lately. We got schmuck quarterbacks getting TV series on Netflix. We got Tyson Fury getting a Netflix series. I mean, they're just
wasn't Mahomes on one of those episodes? Schmuck quarterbacks. You
hold on. Who are the other two quarterbacks on there with them?
I didn't even watch it.
Kirk Cousins and Marcus Mariota.
Look, you gotta. Hey, you had a whole Mariota campaign there for a while. I don't want to hear it.
I did not have a campaign. I asked the question.
Jake. I'm down now.
Hey, I am. Don't worry. The roids ain't popping. The vein on the neck's down.
Kirk Cousins, the GOAT. We must be playing night games only. Oh, 1 o'clock games only, yeah.
It was funny. A line in that dang show that went around the internet said, if I walked on water, my haters would say it's because I can't swim. Lost it.
Yeah, that's one that's been around for a while.
They are down Kirk's throat though all the time, as many times as you can. I'm like,
bro, show up for a game that ain't at 1 o'clock, bro. Like that's all you gotta do is win some games that matter. Like win a clutch game.
And the thing is, the way that they did, we're getting too much into football. We can talk about it later.
Moving on.
But that wraps up the boxing. Unless you guys got any more to throw up on it.
That's about the much bandwidth as I got for the boxing right now. I need to watch more. I watched more when I was younger, but I don't know. I got annoyed with some of these boxers and
yeah, that's what got sidetracked a little bit. So.
Spence in 1. That is comedy right there. Spence in 1. I hope so.
Luis.
What does anyone know what the quickest finish in like boxing history is?
I feel like it's got to be one of those. It's got to be one of those Tyson fights where he just dropped somebody in. I know he beat Peter McNeely in like under a minute. I'm pretty sure, or maybe a minute something.
Nah, I think Fear beat that dude.
Who?
I think Fear beat that dude.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't. He was like I think he was a. Yeah, she said I think Tyson. He was wasn't he a Massachusetts guy too?
I believe
so. Yeah, McNeely. That sounds pretty Irish, so I'm guessing. But
I like the explanation. But
yeah, shout out to Derek James, who's he's got a horse in this race this weekend. Google answer: the fastest knockout ever recorded in professional boxing belongs to Phil Williams. He only needed 10 seconds to dispatch Brandon Burke in June 2007.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the information. I appreciate that, Lewis.
Yeah, he's good for it. If we did more boxing, he would have had more information for us too.
We're still very early in this show, but this is the first show that it's taken more than 20 minutes for Lewis to give me shit about something, but I'm sure I'm about to get it.
Oh, you like no one asks for it more than you do when you do stuff like that.
That's what I'm trying.
Yeah.
You gotta my words get clicks. I posted that damn post about those 4 running backs on purpose to get clicks, and that's one of the hottest posts in the freaking page right now.
I saw that. I was pissed. I was like, "Jesus, I hope this is clickbait," because he got me.
Did you see what the what page it came from?
No, I thought it was
It was a meme page.
Oh, yeah. See, well, I mean, yeah, it was in itself a meme. Yeah.
You got to post to get clicks. That is the point. All right.
Yeah.
Now, thank you for the boxing.
With that said, like, share, subscribe, all that.
Like, share, subscribe, all that fun jazz. We are going to eventually start getting more into the boxing scene on this page, and we wanted to bring you guys some boxing news instead of the classic old MMA news. I'm going to go ahead and do one quick two-parter, just throw in a little 2-3 minute one here. So, the Ultimate Fighter Season 31, McGregor versus Chandler. The quarterfinals.
The wish I was relevant bowl
are officially over. Conor McGregor did not get swept. His prospects ended up going 1-7, and the final guy helped McGregor not get swept. And we have started our semifinal run. And because Chandler had 7 guys in the finals, Dana White came to the decision that he needed to move some of the Chandler's guys over to Team McGregor's side.
1-7, 1-7, much like his like last string of fights.
Now, Dana White said that it as unfair as he could. Right, said that this is unfair to move these guys over to the team. So ultimately, it's up to them because one coach got them that far, and if they don't want to switch, they don't have to. Only one guy switched over to McGregor's team, and it's a guy that already fights at his gym. So it made sense. Everybody else stayed on it. Michael Chandler did not coach the very first fight of the second round and stood on the outside and had 2 guys go with him that pretty much iced him down or gave him water. There was no coaching. It kind of sadly, that fight between Austin Hubbard and Roosevelt Roberts, who were both had, little decent starts in the UFC because they're part of the veteran group. It was kind of looking like a sparring match. It was kind of boring. It was it could have been interesting, but they weren't getting any coaching. They had no guidance. It was a lot of like weak trading stand up because they're teammates. They became friends. It's like, you guys aren't in the game to make friends. You guys aren't in the game to have a sparring match up here. You're up here to impress. This is like Dana White's Contenders series as a reality show instead of just a fight each week. You guys got to go out there and you got to show something. And that fight to me was absolutely boring. I completely didn't watch the third round because I saw how it was going. End of the day, Austin Hubbard ended up beating Roosevelt Roberts in 3 rounds. And our next fight is Brad Katona versus Timur. I forgot his last name, but Islam Makhachev is going to be showing up because they are both Dagestani guys, and I believe Timur is still my favorite to win the entire thing because he can out wrestle anybody. But that's the update on Tough. My actual news topic of the day is Jamal Hill and the state of the light.
So Dana made concessions for Conor. Classic.
Pretty much, and he only got 1 fighter out of it. So he's got the guy that won, who, by the way, Will, I meant to ask you live on show. The guy on Conor's team that happened to win is from Boston, Mass. Well, I understand you live pretty close to there.
Yeah, born and raised from there, yeah.
He did not talk no shit about Boston, but he did mention, yeah, it's Boston. There are a lot of fights. I was in a lot of street fights. Pretty much in the area that I grew up around and then lived in. You've got in fights over your parking spot. He's like, people
one of the number 1 causes of fighting in Boston is road rage. It might be everywhere, but it's a lot here because motherfuckers can't drive.
Right. They said to save their spots, they bring out lawn chairs and put it where their car was so that no one could take their spot.
Yeah, lawn chairs. They'll steal traffic cones, garbage cans, whatever you can use. Whatever you can use to get in the way of someone else parking. Yeah.
That it's just funny. I saw this. I heard the way he was talking. I heard what he was saying. I'm like, something tells me if Will watched The Ultimate Fighter, that would be his pick to win just because he's straight from Boston.
So you're basically telling me what I already know, Jake. The Ultimate Fighter is pointless.
He's been saying that the entire time.
That. Look,
so pointless.
You're on the opposite spectrums. I find The Ultimate Fighter very entertaining. You don't very often get anyone that good from The Ultimate Fighter, except maybe like 1 or 2 guys that stick on the card and that, the fans know and want to support. Or you get a family member. I mean, that's where you got Tony Ferguson, the Diaz brothers.
I get on that. But we live in a time where there's like a huge demand in the sport now. There's a lot of feeder leagues, You got what was it, Dana White looking for a fight. There's plenty of talents out there. Like, to me, the only time I feel like it's relevant if you're like breaking into like a foreign market, right? And you're trying to appeal to that region, then okay, I understand that. But like, there's plenty of talents out there.
By Ultimate Fighter standpoints, you were more of a fan of Chael Sonnen versus Wanderlei Silva because it was more focused towards the Brazil market.
Yeah, well, yeah, something like that. You know what I mean? But like I said, I understand why it came about, right? It was like early on in the sport, you know what I mean? They were just trying to get awareness out there. So it was part of that as well. But I feel like it's totally irrelevant now. You know what I mean? I feel like as we wait, just sign these motherfuckers.
Earlier in the seasons, like the first couple of seasons they had, it was definitely built towards reality TV of getting a bunch of meatheads in one house and seeing who starts a fight with each other.
Yeah,
and
we saw some.
Now it's turned into, this is what it is. This is what we're here for. There's no fights in the house. It's not trying to be too reality based. It's literally, they go in there, they show their training regimen, they show where they came from, try to build a connection with an audience and a fan so that you can find a fighter to root for, and you watch these guys go 2 rounds in the first round, then 3 rounds all the way up to the championship. They've completely changed the way of, like, this isn't on Spike anymore, which everyone knows Spike is probably the shittiest channel for any kind of watchable TV that was ever created. And now Spike's gone under, so.
But yeah, I can still get that. I can still get that from just somebody just promoting a fighter too and watching their journey and them just winning a fight,
Well, that's what I was going to say is that it does kind of give you, it's like the Hard Knocks for the UFC. It gives you a little bit of the journey of behind the scenes of a guy. Now, don't get me wrong, the UFC has done pretty well in creating those stories sometimes before an event, but they don't do them for multiple guys. They'll do it for like the 2 headliners.
Exactly.
They won't do it for anybody lower. This is a way to catch a guy really early in his career, see his journey. But other than that, yeah, it doesn't offer.
And that's what's neat about this season, because you've got prospects going against veterans. Veterans, the 8 guys have already been in the UFC, so you already know some of these guys a little bit. They brought back.
That's also why it was a beatdown. So.
No. But no, it would. I don't think it would have been a beatdown if Conor didn't take both sets of prospects. It would have been completely split down the middle. But then again, Conor might have shitty coaching as well. But
or
also to kind of piggyback off of what you said, Mike, you're right. There are a ton of other outlets that we can go to get other MMA, but people that aren't fans like us are too lazy to go out and try to look for it. So Dana White is milking the teat of this little bit of a cash cow of, I can put this on ESPN Plus, people are going to go and watch it.
But here's my counter argument too, right? Yeah, there's been plenty of like people that came out of the Ultimate Fighter. I'm not denying that. But there's also been plenty of winners that have been cut too. So why would you have me invested in this person if they don't even go on to be champions? You know what I mean? They're touted. Like take Jonathan Brookins for example. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, it's like, where is he now? You know what I mean?
we got to do the "Where Are They Now" show where they it's rough.
And I feel like they're just like handing out UFC contracts anyway. You don't even have to win the Ultimate Fighter to get one. They still just give it out to whoever.
That's the part that really took the rug out from under them, is when you sit there and you like boast this, the winner of this gets a contract. And I think in that one case with who was it, Forrest Griffin, where like they both battled and they both got a contract because of how good the fight was. But like,
which was, in my opinion, set that show up for failure right away. Oh, if I get to the finals, I have a chance at a contract, which most of them do. If they make it to the finals, they normally give both. The winner gets the contract. Guy who finished in second place gets another fight.
But that's kind of like what we're talking about. Like if you kind of take out the stakes when you start giving more than one guy who a contract.
I
will never turn my back on the Ultimate Fighter because that is the show that gave me Michael Bisping. I don't want to hear it.
Like to me, I kind of look at it like the Ultimate Fighter is just a piece of history now. You know what I mean? That's all it really is to me.
It's a novelty.
Yeah.
But
he said, "I'll turn my back for you, Jake."
There it is. For 30 minutes this time. By the way, Will, I know you can still hear me. The guy that I was talking about, his name was I doubt you know him, but Boston's smaller and close to everything else. Rico DeShulo. Just want to know if you happen to know the guy.
I do not know Rico. We will keep an eye on his career, though. Hopefully, the Boston kid continues to impress.
Only guy from Team McGregor to win it or win for that team. I like it. His knockout was really crazy too. He hit him with one right hand and then hit him with a double hammer fist Donkey Kong style.
He double hammer fist him, huh? Fascinating.
Yeah.
Hulk smash.
Dirty. I wouldn't say no, it wasn't dirty, but it was pretty dirty watching it.
He hit him with the Hulk smash. All right,
yes. Well. Now, my real topic is about the former now light heavyweight champion Jahamal Hill, which is pretty sad to me because I like seeing where this guy came from. I loved his story. He really made you become a fan of him. He won the title off of the Contender Series. I believe the first guy off the Contender Series to do it. He ruptured his Achilles. He's out for over a year. It's just the light heavyweight division is just, it seems like this division has constantly always been in a state of shambles. There's been a few guys to hold that title. It's like the pre and the post John Jones. Pre-John Jones, it was a debacle. No one could hold on to the title. It was a hot potato, a hot commodity. John Jones leaves, and the title gets put on someone else, and it's turned into a hot potato. What is going on with the light heavyweight division?
Do you view that as in shambles, or is that parity where, like, no one guy is dominating the division? Because sometimes that gets boring, too.
I'm perfectly fine with a title getting moved, but I do like to, like me and you talk about this in football. I like seeing GOATs be created or a GOAT story or just, a little bit of consistency. And if you just put two guys together and you get a fight out of it and some guy loses that you don't think is going to even be there, that's how you end up with that's how you end up with a champion like Carlos Esparza. I don't get how a champion like Rose holds onto the belt and wins against, why am I losing her name? JJ, to beat her twice, to win the title from her, who is the strawweight GOAT, in my opinion, to go to losing to Carlos Esparza because you're going out there fighting like you forgot how to fight or you're just being too defensive. I don't get it because I'm like, now you just got a gatekeeper. Fights like that annoy the crap out of me because it shouldn't happen. Now, I understand you get an underdog story, you get upsets, everyone loves an upset, but at the same time, it's like, I hate that. But in shambles for me, is like, if you win 2 or 3 fights in a row and then you lose it, you get the Charles Oliveira story for me. I think he's going to go out and win his next chance against Islam at the next pay-per-view, or it's 2 pay-per-views from now or something.
Now, do you really believe that, or do you just really hate Islam? And I don't mean the nation. I mean him.
No. He made me a believer on his last fight, just the way that he absolutely dominated Beneil Dariush. It was unbelievable. And I'm so sick because I was a Charles Oliveira hater. He's turned me into a believer.
I think Oliveira is going to lose that fight.
We can talk about that.
Yeah, when the card comes, we'll do it. But
Lewis you're an Islam hater too, though. So
he is. He does not like that man.
So are you just like rooting for like the lesser of 2 evils in your mind?
Yeah, basically.
It's a good chance. The rest of the light heavyweight division, though, it's good. Like, it's a great division. They do have a lot of guys. Going from one, you got Yuri Prochazka, who's supposed to be having a return fight. You have Ankalaev at 2, Jan Blachowicz at 3, Alexander Rakic, who should be coming back from injury soon, at 4, Nikita Krylov at 5, Johnny Walker at 6, Anthony Smith at 7, Volkan Ozdemir at 8, Paul Craig at 9, but he just moved to the middleweight division, and Khalil Roundtree at 10, I believe. And everybody else is just kind of filling in the 11 through 15 spot. They've got a lot of good guys. They got a lot of good young guys coming up from the back. There's only, I think, like 2 guys in the top 10 3 guys in the top 10 that I don't see being true contenders ever anymore, or were and just won't anymore. And that's Anthony Smith, as much as I love Anthony Smith, Volkan Ozdemir, and Ryan Spann. I don't see either of those 3 ever really doing anything in the division, but the rest of them in the division are either young or guys that I think that can absolutely move up and make it to a title fight. Jahamal Hill being out really sucks. We all thought that with the emergence of Alex Pereira coming up to the light heavyweight division, that him and Jan Blachowicz, because Pereira is a former champion, that was going to end up being the title fight. But I think I understand why that couldn't end up being a title fight now. It's because they built this card up to be Dustin Poirier versus Dustin Gaethje, and they are not going to put a heavyweight title on the line when that belt's going to be the main focus of a pay-per-view. So I kind of – you need something? What's that?
This man Yuri is on a 13-fight win streak. This man Yuri is dominating right now. I mean, I don't know how many great fighters he's fought in that time, but Yuri is going nuts.
Man,
13-0. He isn't that? Yeah, if I remember, he's such an unorthodox fighter too.
Yeah,
My man's doing like spin kicks and backflip kicks and all type of shit. Like, I love watching him go, man. He's a character.
You ever see him train out in the woods and shit?
Oh, I haven't seen the track. Okay, I gotta watch the training video because that sounds great.
Dude, he's on some like blood sport kumite shit, man. He's like in the woods, like punching trees and shit.
That's awesome. Yeah, we definitely gotta see more of
so
that.
So when is he expected to come back? Like
who? Yuri?
Yeah, Yuri.
I swore he had a fight. I swore I saw that he had a fight coming up. Jake, did you hear anything about? Is he coming back anytime soon? Yuri?
Who? Yeah, Yuri's he's on the right road to be. I believe he's training again. He does not have a fight because I think they were waiting for the next title fight that Jamal Hill had for those two to finally do the square off of Yuri Prochazka, the champion that never lost his belt.
All right,
well, Prochazka for sure needs to get back into a title
fight.
So.
Especially with a run like that, like 13 fight win streak. And
what it's going to end up being is whoever wins this fight between Blachowicz and Pereira is going to be going against Yuri Prochazka for the title at a later date. It's probably going to be right before UFC 300 because I think if the title is vacant and they haven't made a fight yet, you could probably see the light heavyweight title being defended at 296 or 297. How far is that away from now? It's 4 months from now. No, hold on. 5 months from now. So it might be the end of the year, a pay-per-view fight.
Okay.
Which would be good because, the vacant light heavyweight title is being defended at the end of the year pay-per-view at Madison Square Garden. It just fits.
All right. You got any more news besides that?
Pretty much I want Alexander Rakic to come back and freaking fight for the belt, but that's just me being personal.
I'm about to say that is not news. That is just a full-blown request of yours.
Yes.
Dana White, if you hear me.
All right. Well, that takes care of the news for the day. We're going to hit a quick commercial break, help pay some bills, and
sounds like
we will see you back in a minute.
Don't y'all go anywhere.
What's up, guys? It's Mike Larimore here. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to Stwf Media for all of the love and the positivity they've been sending my way recently. We partnered up, you know what I'm saying? I just like the energy the guys bring over there. So any sports talk, you want to talk football, you want to talk baseball, they might even talk bowling if you're interested. Boxing, whatever your thing is, man. Go check them out. There's a lot of great coverage over there. Again, it's nothing but positive energy from these guys. Go check them out. Peace.
Shout out to that man, Larimore, man. He's one of ours, man. So we got to root for the guy. Hold on, let me see this right here. What's this going on? There's something to play for y'all right quick.
Here, all glory to God. You'll be seeing more of me. I've been visualizing for a week and a half. It was short notice, but it was more than enough notice to get the job done. The only advantage I've ever needed is God. Without faith, I got nothing. Without my God, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be breathing. I wouldn't be doing this interview. If they bring me back, give me an opponent. Dude, I'll sign that.
There it is. Let's try this again. One more game.
Contract tomorrow. I don't give a damn. I'm here to fight. I'm here to make money. I'm just ecstatic, man. I'm humbled by the opportunity. I'm super blessed to be here. All glory to God. You'll be seeing more of me. I've been visualizing for a week and a half. It was short notice, but it was more than enough notice to get the job done. The only advantage I've ever needed is God. Without faith, I got nothing. Without my God, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be breathing. I wouldn't be doing this interview. If they bring me back, give me an opponent. Dude, I'll sign that contract tomorrow. I don't give a damn. I'm here to fight. I'm here to make money.
So that is our guy, Larimore, man. Shout out to that man. Keep grinding, man. Keep being great. And keep being a part of the STWF family. We appreciate you, bro.
Absolutely. Thanks for the shout outs to you. That's the guy that you saw during the commercial break. Great guy. Had a really good one at BKFC. Probably one of the sickest hooks I've seen in a long time. Congrats on your win. Definitely going to be keeping an eye on you. Hey, and by the way, thank you for mentioning bowling in your little promo there. I appreciate that. There are some bowling fans in the world, if you best believe. I know who Jason Belmonte is.
Who do you think you are? I am Pete Weber.
You got to love Pete Weber.
That guy's a maniac.
I still wonder what happened to the glasses, though. he definitely threw them bitches across the lanes.
He looked anything you could think of. I wouldn't put it past him.
The build up to that was great, though, all because I don't know what the guy in the crowd was doing, but it pissed him off. And hey, he got his major from it. Congratulations.
Absolutely.
Now we're going over the card. A little breakdown of the card, maybe.
Okay, so that means you know what time it is for Will.
Yes, sir.
Pull some stuff up.
There are only 2 early prelims apparently.
Look at that's a great little promo right there. We're gonna slide all the way down. We're not gonna let you see any of it. And bam. Are we doing the early prelims? Yeah, we got 2 early prelims.
Yeah, there's only 2 of them. It doesn't matter. So we got the Miranda Maverick versus Priscilla
O'Hara. I don't know. I pretend to be Brazilian sometimes.
Right. No, Miranda Maverick is one of those young up-and-comers who actually, she was on fire until she went into the buzzsaw Macy Barber, and then she kind of fell off a little bit, lost to Erin Blanchfield, who also was on a hot streak, but she got stopped. The women's division is just kind of a rotating door sometimes, but she came back, won 2 in a row, and she lost her last fight to Jasmine. Yeah, I can't say her name either, and she only lost by decision. So she's learning. She's going about her business, and she's. I think she's going to be just fine. I think this is another one of those. All right, show us what you can do. Fights. If she loses this, she might be out.
You've tuned in to Fun with Names with One Take Jake.
Pretty much. It's going to be tough. I got a lot of these tough names coming up. Will, this is your turn.
Oh, it's me. Who we got? Let me see. Wait. Urdos Medic versus Matthew Selmsberger.
Hey,
that's about as good as you're gonna get out of me, man.
That was good, man. Jake, say that real quick. Jake, where you go? Pronounce those names. Where you go? Hey, come here. Hey, say those names.
He's running.
Hey, come here.
Get him.
Hey, say those names.
Say his name?
Yeah, say both their names.
You got this.
Urdos Medic and Matthew Semmelberger.
Yes, Semmelberger. It's a weird name. At first glance, I didn't think he was going to be the more difficult one to pronounce. And also with all the hype into thing, I think it's Udos Medic. Maybe
it took a minute.
It's probably Medic because he's Serbian. So yeah, but that's fun. This is fun. All right, so we got I'm looking at these odds. They're not big odds except for Miranda. Miranda's heavily favored.
I don't think they want to lose her, which is why I never want to say anyone gets put into an easy fight on purpose, but these are the prelims. These are people that, you either got someone on a skid because that's where what's her name? Joanne Wolf, they've been throwing her.
Let it be Islam, though. And you're like, oh, they handed it to him.
No, actually, I'd say that's freaking criminal against the UFC if they put him in the prelims against a freaking prospect. That's just mean.
So we're going to keep going through these. Who we got next?
The prelim card, you got Jake Matthews versus Darrius Flowers. You got Roman Kopylov versus Claudio Ribeiro.
Yep.
CJ Vergara versus Vinces Salvador. And then to your mainstay preliminary card, your top preliminary fight is Gabriel Bonfim versus Trevin Giles. I'm looking forward to that fight because Trevin Giles is a freaking absolute stud.
I'm looking forward to the next fight. I'm always looking forward to his fights. I hope he cares. He annoys me so much. He doesn't care enough. But my man Kevin Holland versus Michael Chiesa.
Close.
What is it? What is his name?
Chiesa.
Yeah. It's Chiesa. Okay, I was wondering.
Chiesa, and if you really want to be super correct, it's Chiesa, but I say Chiesa.
Oh, look at you!
That's going to be a fun fight because you got a guy that loves to bang, and then you got a guy that's just a classic ground guy. Michael Chiesa is an absolute stud on the ground. He's going to take you down. He's going to submit you. He can also stand and hold his own for a minute. But then you got a guy like Kevin Holland who, if you get caught by the wrong thing, you're done.
Kevin Holland can do anything, but he doesn't do anything, which pisses me off.
If he worked on his ground game, he'd be a complete fighter. But then I'm also
if he
confused by
worked
the guy
on anything, the kid just I've never seen somebody so talented not give a shit.
If fuck around and find out was a person, it's Kevin Holland.
My problem is with Kevin Holland is how much does the guy care?
He's the Ben Simmons. He's the Ben Simmons of the UFC. Like he doesn't give a shit. Like
goes out there and makes his money and goes home.
All the talent in the world that he just shows up and talks shit and then fucks off. Like it's annoying.
Yep.
Remember, this guy was like briefly retired too, and then came back.
That's what I was saying, is that I want to know exactly how much this guy cares, because he retired, remember? And then he came back like a month later.
Honestly, him retiring was the only time he actually cared about something.
What was crazy is him and his trainer went on Joe Rogan. And that's when I started to like worry, because the trainer was entirely more passionate than he was about him. Like, he was just so passionate about Kevin Holland, and Kevin Holland was just like, I'm Kevin Holland. Like, it seemed weird, and I was like, yeah, there's an issue there. And then you started to see it in the fights that came after. Like, yeah, plenty of talent. In between a couple of losses, he had that great knockout from the ground.
It's the Sakura or whatever his name was.
Yeah, he fucking rocked him just with a crazy ass punch, but like. Yeah, then I mean, he was basically from his back. He knocked that guy out.
It was the way that he twerked it, because he freaking
he swung his leg up. He swung his leg.
Used it as a rotate. That was insane.
Yeah, he cleared that dude. But then after that, it just seemed like a couple of uninspired fights. So
yes, this is in my opinion, the people's fight coming here. Tony Ferguson versus Bobby Green, and the only reason I say it's the people's fight is if we get the Tony Ferguson that we know and love, which he might be gone, but at the same time. He could show up because he says he has no plans of retiring, even though he's on a very bad losing skid. This could very well be a banger, because Bobby Green is a guy that's necessarily not one of the he's a brawler. He'll go out there and he wants to swing. And then you got the same thing in Tony Ferguson. This could be over in round one, or this could go to the decision.
This was a tragedy fight for me, though. Honestly, for real, it really is. Like, I'm basically looking Tony Ferguson. We're actually like witnessing like the afterlife of his career. Like his career is already over, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So
it's the ghost of Tony Ferguson fighting, huh?
Yeah, that's how I look at it. I mean,
yeah.
After getting kicked to the heavens from Michael Chandler, I don't know how he's supposed to recover off of that.
And talking about skids, my man Derek Lewis. It's been rough sailing for this man for a while now. He went from title shot to just loss after loss. So
the thing is, I don't think it's a question on whether Derek Lewis is good or not. The guy obviously knows how to box, but the thing is, every other guy that he got matched up against within the top 10 all said either gas him out or take him down, and they all went to plan with it and did not let him hit him or stand him up. And
so
it was game over.
Let me translate what you just said. Everybody he started to face up there was better than him, and that's the facts. They were just better fighters than him, and his ability to just try to throw bombs and win weren't gonna win anymore.
But the thing is, look at it though. Look how far that got him. I think he was the second ranked heavyweight, it's crazy. It just shows where the heavyweight division's going, to where these guys are becoming more agile, and you like to see that.
I feel like Derek Lewis to me is like kind of like another Kevin Holland. He also has like that I don't give a shit attitude as well.
Yes, but he told everybody that. That's what I was fine with it, because he was just like, I don't give a fuck about this belt. He was like, I want money, baby. Like, that's all I want. He just wanted the bag, and he didn't realize. I don't think that getting to the bag would be easier if you were the champion. Yeah. But he went for it. But Gon, like Lewis just said, Gon made him quit, and after that, he was never the same. Honestly.
I'm just glad I don't have Derek Lewis's problem. If my balls was hot all the time, I'd be crying.
Yeah, that was one of the best post-fight moments.
Derek, why'd you take your pants off? My balls was hot. I understand.
Yeah, fucking Rogan saying I understand was also hilarious.
There was a long ass pause after that too. It's like he caught Joe Rogan completely off of. His other one was great too. He was like, "Hey, after party at this bar." Y'all can buy me 5 shots, and I ain't buying you shit.
Yeah. He's good. That is how you do post fights, not this bullshit that Izzy pulled last fight. Ugh.
Nah, you know what? Izzy tries so hard to be
So what happened?
He tries to think that he can cap, but he can't cap.
He built a character, and now he's still trying to live up to that character when he's not that in every moment.
No, he's not.
He can't be that. Also, he's really close. Like he's really good friends with a comedian, Andrew Schultz.
Yeah,
and Andrew Schultz is one of the kings at jokes like on the spot and being funny. And I think he thinks it's rubbed off on him when it hasn't.
Not at all. I mean, he lost me as soon as he did the Elsa thing. I'm like, you're just not funny, bro. You need to stop.
Yeah. He's better off in the moment. Like when he did the arrows into Pereira after the fight, like after he beat him and then mocked the kid. I thought that was great. But other than that, he needs to figure it out. All right, let's move on. We're getting
the co-main event.
Yeah. Yanni.
Your turn, Mike.
Jan Blachowicz versus Alex Pereira. Peloton. Pereira.
By the way, we kind of just ignored Marcos Rogero de Lima. We didn't even, but you know, he's in that fight too. Even Annie's favorite, and all we did was talk about Derek Lewis.
Derek Lewis' dance partner.
Yeah, he's probably gonna whoop Derek Lewis's ass, but we'll see what happens.
According to Dana White, this fight between Blachowicz and Pereira is a number one contender fight. So whoever wins this will be in the light heavyweight title fight against Yuri Prochazka. Personally, I would absolutely love to see Pereira go against him instead because we already got Blachowicz and Prochazka. No, we didn't. We did not get that because he lost to Glover, and then it was Glover versus Prochazka. Still, I would still enjoy Pereira against Prochazka more than Blachowicz. And I am a Jan Blachowicz fan, but I think that stylistically, I'd much rather see Pereira go with Prochazka instead.
Huh.
What's the over-under here, Will?
They're both. How's that possible? Well, they're Blachowicz is -20, -20, and Pereira is -10. So no one's really favored.
So it's a toss-up?
Yeah, it's kind of a toss-up. They're both. You're not going to win any money betting on this, I'll tell you that.
And for the gimmick title,
don't be hating.
Dustin the Diamond Poirier versus Justin. He's got a nickname, but I don't know it. Gaethje.
This is what would my man Fuen call it. Fuen called this the "we can't beat the champion" fight. So yeah.
Neither of them could beat Khabib. Neither of them could beat Oliveira. And yeah. That's
but
about
they
all
both beat Chandler. That counts for something.
Yeah. Mike,
they're both
does it?
Mike, you shut your dirty mouth.
Wait, time. That guy's doing a show now with Connor, so does that even count? Like
they're both the unofficial Bellator lightweight champions.
You guys are just as bad. You guys are just as bad as WWE purists. If they come from an outside company that aren't in the UFC, they're indie trash. Y'all are horrible.
Look, man, you get what you get when you get it. Like
it's okay as long as you accept you're wrong. There ain't nothing wrong with you.
My cousin in here. What's good, Rob? My bro. That's my
what
guy
is
right
going
there.
on? Welcome to the show.
Oh, shit.
I guess now I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the fights to watch for. Now, what fights did I tell you guys to watch
for? Let's go.
All right. First fight is going to be Roman Kopylov versus Claudio Ribeiro.
So we'll pull this up the whole way so you can see what's going on. There's some stats right there for you.
We got 10 wins and 2 losses for Roman, and he has got a knockout crazy fest going on. He has got 9 wins by knockout and 10 by decision. He's been subbed once and lost by decision once. I mainly picked this fight because of him. I don't know much about
Claudio.
This man. I just know that I like the one guy because he knocks people out. That's why I picked this fight.
Okay. It's also good for I like when we pick fights that like the fight to watch with. Sometimes the fight to watch is like the best fighters, but it's good to have guys that not everybody knows. Hey guys, I don't know enough about people beating other people to make people rich, but I'm here.
That's cool. We appreciate you being here.
My guy Jess, always supportive. Even when he's not, he is. Yeah. What up, boys? I've been sleeping UFC lately. Y'all gotta get me up to speed. That's what we're here to do, man. That's what we're here to do, bro. So yeah, this is gonna be Yeah, just as hilarious. Yeah, this is gonna be. You think he'll throw with him? I know. Is he a Brazilian fighter? Yeah. So Claudio's a Brazilian fighter. No, that's not. Is he?
Yeah,
let me see. Yeah, he's Brazilian. That doesn't mean he won't throw hands, but I feel like he's less inclined than.
Since I can't really read that because this is on a smaller screen for me, Will, can you give me the intangibles here? What the record, the reach, and the height?
All right, so for Roman, we got 10-2. He won his last fight. He's out of Russia, 6 feet, 194. His reach is 75, leg reach 41. For Claudio, we got 11-3. His last fight was also a win, fighting out of Brazil, 6'1", weight 203. His reach is 77. It's a 2-inch advantage, and leg reach 42, 1-inch advantage there. Let me see. They're talking about win by. Oh wow! So all right, so the win by KO or TKO, 90% for Roman, 100% for Claudio. So he might come out here and just throw down. Decision. There's been no decisions for that man Claudio. 10% for Roman. So they both. All right, yeah. So you picked a good one in terms of they could just be going in.
All I do is pick banger after banger after banger.
Oh boy. You give the guy one compliment. This is what you got to deal with.
I don't get him often. What you mean?
Oh shit, 100% takedown rate too.
Yeah, Claudio gets him on the ground when he wants him there.
Thing is, though, I understand that this guy's stand up, but he's also, as Will just said, Russian, so he's got to have some takedown defense because he's going against all those wrestlers.
You would be correct here. The takedown defense for Roman is 89%, whereas Claudio only 75%. But I'm just looking at that takedown accuracy, and he better max out his takedown defense because I have a feeling Claudio's not going to stand up with him.
Probably not. I mean, I wouldn't want to stand up with a guy that's knocked out 9 gentlemen out of 10 fights. So.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So who's the next fight to watch?
The next fight is Jake Matthews versus Darrius Flowers, and I did get some research here. Jake Matthews is.
How did you go?
Jake, we're good.
He's got five wins by knockout, 7 by submission, 6 by decision. He stands at 18-6 right now, and he's going against Darrius Beast Mode Flowers, who has 12 wins and 5 losses. He's lost once by knockout, 4 by submission. I'd say Jake Matthews needs to try to take this guy down since he's got 5 submissions under his belt.
Take a time out real quick. Jake, I want you to see this message from my guy, Jesse. Rare Jake from State Farm sighting. Chop up is odd without you.
I appreciate it, man. I'm gonna
love, man.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna,
that's one of my childhood friends right there. It was like, yo, where Jake at?
I appreciate that. I got some stuff going on, and I'm working on it, so I'm definitely going to be taking my attempts come here in August after our month break. I'm going to be trying to make my comeback. Promise.
Don't worry, we're going strong, man. We're going strong.
He's 28, stands at 5'9". This is going to be in the welterweight division. He's got 3 wins by decision, 1 by submission, and 8 by knockout. Because I know we're going to go over it later, but I think I kind of want to just know now since this is the first prelim card anyway. Yeah. Who do you guys think wins out of this? The grizzled veteran of Jake Matthews or the guy they picked up off the street to find him as an opponent? Because Jake Matthews did not have an opponent this fight card until like earlier this week. So this is like a week notice fight for this man. And also he made weight. So good on him.
Okay. I'm going to go with the underdog here. I'm going to go with Darrius Flowers. I think, although the grizzled vet should probably have the advantage in a situation where you don't really know what's coming. But I don't know. Look at that takedown defense. Yeah, I like the numbers that I'm seeing here for Flowers.
Yeah. Real quick, Will, just so that everybody knows exactly what happened. A welterweight matchup between Jake Matthews and Miguel Beza was booked for this event. However, on July 19th, Beza was pulled due to an undisclosed reason. Sorry, my kids are yelling in the background.
He was juicing.
Right. He was replaced by promotional newcomer Darrius Flowers. So I love when new guys get a chance in the UFC, except the last pay-per-view where we saw that dude get absolutely wrecked by Bo Nickel, but he got paid. It was a pay-per-view fight. It was on the main card.
Yeah, usually when you get slid in, you get smoked. Like that's just you usually get beat down.
I think if it was against anybody else but besides Bo Nickel, he might have had a chance because he was a champion in the promotion he was at. He wasn't no schmuck, but he just got put out by an Olympic level wrestler.
Yeah,
and he got put out by knockout, so he was really worried about that takedown.
Man, Jake gets horny for wrestling.
That was one of them catch me off guards where I don't have any kind of a comeback.
Well, because it wasn't mean, it was just true.
I don't know what do you mean true? I like professional wrestling, but I absolutely hate wrestling in the UFC, but I understand you got to be well-rounded.
It's true. It's
all good. But those are the two fights to watch for. But I go ahead, Will and Mike, because I know Mike, I don't believe you gave anything on this fight. If you guys got anything else to add to this before we head to our final break.
Oh man, I'm just gonna go with Matthews, man. He has a UFC experience, so I'm just going with history, man. History shows that these guys are like win these.
That makes sense.
I'd be lying if I didn't say I picked this fight to watch for just because the dude's name's Jake.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, that's a Jake thing to do.
I was waiting for Will to say something.
Such a Jake thing to do. I love it.
All right, Jake with wrestling.
Yeah. All right, folks. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere because we're having fun here. Yeah. So be right back.
Little J's Donuts and more. Located in Harahan at 1301 Hickory Avenue. Come in for donuts, savory breakfast, king cakes, and more. Check us out on Facebook at Little J's Donuts or on our website, littlejaysdonuts.org.
We back. Well, okay, we're
I
all
hate
back.
when y'all do that to me because those Little J's donuts are so unreachable, but they always look so damn good.
It is a nightmare. I don't even like that. And I picked it just because, like, we had shout out to our man Larry Moore for the first commercial, and I was just gonna run it again because it's a fighter and we're doing a fight show. But then I was like, you know what? Nah, we got a partnership that we're cool with Little J's Donuts. Let me run this, and every time I regret it. I love the commercial, and I'm sure they're amazing.
Because I'm hungry. I'm hungry and I got a chicken bacon ranch sitting next to me that's been looking at me. But no, shout out to Josh, Little J's Donuts. If you're ever in the area, go check them out. I'm give you one. I gotta blow my nose. I'm sorry, audience. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, be sure to mute that mic too. We don't want to hear that. I love when he goes off camera and then we just hear him Darth vaping.
I think you guys almost caught me this time. Anyway, we digress. We are going to go into the main card analyst and analysis and fight predictions.
So we're doing only main card. All right.
Only main card this time because we already kind of went over the undercard and what we thought was up. So I think it's only right if we hop right into the main card and give our analysis and predictions here. We're going to start off with Michael Chiesa versus Kevin Holland. If I'm being completely honest, I got Michael Chiesa. It just fits him more because you got Chiesa's way too good on the ground. Kevin Holland has no takedown defense and no ground game. He's good from his back, and depending on what situation he's in, Chiesa's submitted most of his opponents. What's he got here? Let's see. Oh, yeah, he's got no knockouts, and he's got 11 wins by submission and 7 by decision.
Hey, but man, takedown defense is 60%.
We will see. My personal prediction for this fight is Michael Chiesa wins. Let's go ahead and give him a second round victory by submission.
I am going one of the rare times. I'm going to hope. You're always hoping against hope with this guy. I guess it's a biased call, but I'm going with Kevin again. I think he's going to maybe give a shit about this fight for some reason. I don't know why I would assume that, but I'm going to hope that he gives a shit about this fight. And I say KO second round.
I'm gonna go with Holland as well. I don't think Chiesa is gonna match Holland's energy. Yeah, I get it. Like he has the advantage in the grappling, but I feel like Kevin Holland has more like path to victory, in my opinion. So I'm gonna have to go with like Holland TKO second round.
Let's go.
I do. I think it's still going to be a fun fight because who doesn't like when Kevin Holland gets gets in the octagon. I just like how much shit he talks during the fight.
Yeah,
and during
people hate it a lot, and I love it. And people hate it also. People hate it also because it doesn't always win. But I think that it's even funnier the fact that
the best part about it was when they were doing the shows at the Apex, and you could hear everything he was saying.
Every word. And it was just like, yo, it's not even just shit talk. It's like a full-blown conversation that he's having with either himself, or somebody on the sidelines. Like, it's comedy.
It almost brought back the memories of when Khabib was sitting there ground and pounding some dude's face.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. It's just business. I'm sorry. I'm like...
Or when he was pounding Conor and he was like, bow, talk shit now. Bow. Like, he was fucking Conor up. That shit was hilarious.
It was great. It's just the guys that know how to talk shit, and Kevin Holland has just got it. I love Kevin Holland, and I will always like him, but I'm going to call him on his shit when I think he's in a mismatched opportunity, and I think this is one of them. The only thing that he's got over him, which is always plays heavy in my cards, is a height advantage.
He's got height, and he's got the one punch. He's got the one punch ability at any given time.
I would go as far to say that I think if this fight goes sour, I think Kevin Holland honestly needs to give himself a good shot at boxing.
Yeah, except it never works. Like, the best we've seen really is Conor. And that was kind of, even though it was an exhibition, he did well against one of the greats, even though the greats was old as hell. But he didn't just get embarrassed in there. That's one thing we didn't see. But other than that, it has been pretty much failure after failure.
Yeah, people seem to forget he went 10 rounds with Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You can't. Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Yep.
Tony Ferguson.
Oh wait, by the way, the odds on that is Kevin Holland is favored, not by a lot though, which checks out. All right.
Clicking the wrong damn thing. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to find something.
Next we got Tony Ferguson versus Bobby Green.
Yeah, I couldn't find it. Never mind.
There's a heavy favorite here.
I went on ahead and said, you know what? Just for money's sakes, I am going with Tony Ferguson just because I could win some money off of that.
Yeah.
But Bobby Green is definitely no schmuck, and it's a really weird world when you think about Tony Ferguson being that much of an underdog. But that just goes to like what Mike says. This is his fall from grace, and this could be his final swan song. I don't see UFC keeping him if he loses this fight.
What happened with Bobby Green last? Because I see his last fight was a no contest. I can't recall how that happened. Does anybody remember?
1 second. I'll give you the. Let's see.
Did he like knee somebody by accident in the wrong spot?
It was against Jared Gordon, no contact, accidental clash of heads.
Oh, they headbutt.
Yes. But
that shit's gotta hurt, bro.
He's not doing very good in his last 7 fights. He's 2-4-1. But one of those fights were against the future light heavyweight champ, Islam Makhachev, a freak athlete in Drew Dober, Rafael Fiziev, who is also a very high-touted contender in the division. Thiago Moises, don't know who he is. He beat Ally Quinta by TKO, and he won by decision at UFC 271. But you can't ever count Bobby Green out. Bobby Green's a dog. I gotta say, on paper, this is a pretty even fight. Now, one is obviously a little older and been doing this for a while and on the tail end of his career. But I don't know. It's not like Bobby's a spring chicken, you know? So this looks like this could be a good fight still. If like you said, if Tony shows up. Hey, Will, can I give you a funny personal Jake fact?
Let's do it.
I have a pet peeve. I have like 3 pet peeves that are serious in my life.
You have a lot of pet peeves, bro. But we can
I have
focus on this.
I have 3 that I hold really close. But one of them is because of Tony Ferguson. I get absolutely incoherently annoyed when I see people wear sunglasses inside or at night.
Oh, come on. There's a whole song about it. Jake. And it's from the 80s, I'm pretty sure, which is, we also know how much you hate the 80s. So that checks out. Coach.
Look, Coach turned me on to the 80s a little bit better. Coach turned me on a little bit to the 80s. Like I said, I like the music. Other than that, the fashion sucked and everything else about it was kind of...
How dare you? How dare you, sir?
Yo, he said this on the chop up, and he got eaten alive. It was great.
Hold on a minute. Wait, Mike, you weren't born in the 80s, were you? Or were you 88?
88.
Damn, I was right too. Fuck, my bad, bro.
86.
Bro, the 80s was the last great decade, in my opinion.
That's a damn lie. It was the 90s,
See this?
but all right.
See this right here, Jake? Because I can. Because I can. I wear my sunglasses at night.
Hey, you know why Ferguson wears his sunglasses indoors? Jake, you know why he wears them? Because his future.
So he can get out of fights?
Nah, it's because his future that's bright.
His future. He is way too old for that to still be true.
No, Tony Ferguson had a chance at a lightweight title, and he freaking tripped on a cord because he wore sunglasses inside.
You cannot blame the sunglasses for that.
Yes, I can. If he didn't have the sunglasses on, he could have seen the cord.
That wouldn't hold up in court.
I love it.
Nah, that's a negligence on Fox's part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still stupid
ill-placed chords. By some ne'er-do-wells.
So, you guys got me off topic now. I'm freaking laughing about that still. Who do you guys got in this fight? Who are you taking?
The real reason people wear sunglasses indoors is cocaine, though. He's not wrong.
Hold up. I think Jesse actually misses me on the chop up because of the roasting.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible.
I'm going to go ahead and take Tony Ferguson for the money.
Well, he has autism and is used to routine stuff. So.
You guys, go ahead. I want to know who you guys got, honestly. I'm doing this strictly for money reasons.
Bobby Green.
Banging Bobby Green, even though that's not his nickname. That's what I'm saying. He's going to bang.
Guys are taking Bobby Knuckles.
Yeah, I'm going Bobby.
He's a heavy favorite. So. He's a heavy favorite.
The only Bobby I root for is Bobby Hill.
Bobby Hill.
Right,
I don't know you. That's my purse.
Boom. Hey, the other great episode was him talking about Gatorade. Yeah. Red's cool for sports and stuff, but lemon lime is good for any time.
I don't know you. Yeah, we could do an hour on propane and propane accessories. But we're not going to do that.
That is a podcast I'd be interested in.
That sounds like a fun live, like a live we could do. Like, let's just break down one of our favorite shows. We got to get more into those. We can do more.
And then Coach can come in on the podcast and debunk everything about Arlington, Texas for us.
Oh, that's actually it's a really good point. I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
All right, we got our third fight of the main card in the heavyweight division. Will, you break it down for us?
We have the budding failure who just keeps losing, even though I love watching him fight, Derek Lewis versus Marco Rodrigo de Lima, who is 21-9-1 versus 26-11 for Derek Lewis. The last fight they were out, Derek's lost and Marcos won. We got 6'3" Derek Lewis versus 6'1" Marcos. Ooh, Marcos got some weight to him. 270 pounds versus 268. My man Derek Lewis still has the reach factor, and their leg reach is basically the same. Let me see.
Did Derek Lewis lie? He told he said in an interview that he was showing up to the weigh-ins with a 6-pack.
Yeah.
Now was it a run-on joke and he brought a 6-pack of beer, or was he actually
he didn't have to bring a 6-pack of beer for us to all understand that was a joke, Jake.
I know. I'm playing in
I know the man's a tire. He's a fucking spare tire.
You got a whole ass keg in there.
Yes.
Hey, Jake, you sure you weren't wearing sunglasses indoor?
I
would never. I'm not even gonna entertain that.
The truth comes out.
Will, you wear 2 pairs of sunglasses on a rainy day.
I'll wear one forward and one backward. I can see out the back of my head. Don't play with me.
Oh man, this has turned out to be one great show. All right, go ahead and give me the Black Beast.
Yeah, I'm with you. Although, his nickname makes you just feel racist. He can't say shit like that, Jacob.
Hey,
I'll fuck it with you.
That's politically correct at this point.
That's a great name, though, the Black Beast. I love when we haven't seen it in a while because he's been losing, but I love it after when he pounds the canvas and does his little dance.
Hey, at least he doesn't come up with creative and unique striking.
Yeah, that was funny, actually.
That's an inside joke, everybody. I'm sorry.
Have you Actually, has anybody seen the video of people playing name jokes on Bisping?
Yes.
That shit's
it's great.
If we can't play it here, but if you haven't seen it, please go watch. It's people in this chat coming up with like basically the Bart Simpson joke, like the funny ass names that are actually say something else, like Mass to Bader. Like they and he doesn't, because of, I don't know if it's because of the accent barrier or because he's just gullible. He falls for every one of them, like all of them.
Yeah, I think he does it on purpose. He knows it's a thing.
You're giving him, if you see his reactions, I think you're giving him a little too much.
It's great. No, wait, I have seen him before because he goes, "Yeah, I don't know that one. I don't like that one."
Yeah.
I just like whenever he brings Rebecca on. I'm like, if I could sit down and have one full-blown podcast like that with Jamie, I feel like we would have a time.
Yeah. It's better not turn to the red table. Anywho.
I'm going to be honest with you. Roast me in the comments. I do not understand the reference.
Yeah. And you're probably better off. It's poison.
Yeah, you don't want
that. It's just Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, they did that whole, that's the name of her little red table bullshit.
I mean, hey, dude, I just found out, I got some tea for you. I just found out what that meant. I didn't even realize that was a reference.
Yeah, well.
I thought it was legit because I got on a Facebook post and was like, oh, wait, what kind? It's not that kind of tea, Jake. Damn, I just wanted to know if it was green, black, sugar, anything, like lemon.
Bree, how you doing? Welcome to the podcast.
What's up, Bree?
We're wrapping up soon, but we're glad you joined us. I'm loving her avatar there, or her anime avatar there.
It looks great.
It does. Now I want one.
Right. Mike, who did you take
you got
for
this
fight?
Fuck it. I'm just gonna go with Derek, the African American Beast Lewis.
Well played, sir. Well played. Well played. That's hilarious. Just got a meeting with Ivan. Okay. Well, I hope he joins too. Yeah, we're doing big things, man. The Tap Out show is going well. Moving forward, what we got next?
The light heavyweight title eliminator.
Eliminator, huh?
Well, number one contender fight, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, they're both. I personally think this has a chance to be fight of the night.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. You got a guy that's got bombs in his hands, a guy that got bombs in his feet. It's going to be crazy. I love this fight. I don't even. This is. I can't even. I don't want to say that this is going to be a draw because Blachowicz actually had a draw recently, and that's just mean.
The worst thing you could see. Draws shouldn't exist in sports. I'm out on draws.
I'll tell you what. I'll let you guys choose first because I'm having a hard time here.
I'm going to go with Blachowicz.
Oh yeah, Blachowicz, huh?
The reason why I say that is because I feel like Alex Pereira is like jumping back in way too soon. This dude just got knocked out not that long ago. You mean you're going in there with another heavy hitter? So I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Jan for this one.
He got slept for sure. I think this is almost like a little bit of a legacy fight for Jan in terms of just building on top of what is already his legacy.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't really affect him to lose this fight, other than maybe we're talking about coming towards the end for him. I think this is huge for Alex. And I don't know. I'm going to go with Alex. It might be a little biased in me just wanting to see him win this fight because I want to see him continue to do well. I think he's a good fighter. I know it's because of style, but he stood toe to toe with Izzy's ass before. And I just think that you have to have some talent to do that. And I hope he can. I hope it's just not a great matchup for him, and that he's really not that great against other fighters. So I'm hoping he gets this win. So I'm gonna ride with Alex on this one.
Yeah. Well, the other reason why I also went with Jan as well, I feel like Jan has better wrestling than Izzy, so that's gonna play a big factor too.
It will.
So
definitely.
His last fight in that knockout happened on April 8th, so that's 3 months. About a 3 month gap or a little over 3 month gap. So I like what Mike's saying about maybe it's a little too soon and he's going in there with, possibly a future. He was a past light heavyweight champion. I am going to go with Jan Blachowicz strictly because I'm going to use a reference we'll use. The only way you can beat Adesanya is by being a guy who is just as good or a little bit better at what Izzy does. Blachowicz beat Izzy. And the only difference that I see between Pereira and Izzy is that Izzy didn't really gain weight to go up to that title fight against Blachowicz. He was under the weight limit by like 5 or 6 pounds. Pereira is a legit light heavyweight body with the weight. Blachowicz might not be able to hold him down the same way he was able to hold down Adesanya. But I think if he sticks to the game plan, how he beat Adesanya, because Pereira has 0 wrestling game, I think Jan Blachowicz can hold him down and beat him with ground and pound. So I'm going to go with Blachowicz.
I think if he's smart, he watched a bunch of that fight and
learn from it.
And learn from what, and like you said, like we all know, he has the weight and muscle behind him that Izzy refused to put on, he wanted to keep his speed, is what he was talking. He talked about it on a podcast. He wanted to maintain his quickness. He thought that would be his advantage versus Jan. And he thought he can keep himself upright, but in the end,
I mean, there was a second there when Izzy said that he was going to keep the 185 weight, like he wasn't going to gain no weight. He was going to stay at 185 for that fight.
No, that's basically what he did, though. He went into that fight like 185, regardless of what he weighed in on. He's unless he's lying on the podcast after that, he stated that he went actually into the fight at 185.
Which is crazy.
It's insane. Like, what are you doing? I get wanting this to stay lean and quick, but you have to pack on something when you're going against Jan. You said y'all put up my man. Takes over here losing it.
I know y'all see me.
The favorite, I guess the favorite would be Jan, barely, but neither of them are favored, honestly. Took out here tripping.
He said you better put that message up, Will.
I got you, Took. We was heavy in the convo, bro.
All right, now it's time for the gimmick belt, a BMF, and it's going to be strapped on by one Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. The winner between Dustin the Diamond Poirier and Justin Gaethje. Now, this fight has already happened once with Dustin coming out with the victory. They're both two completely different fighters now. Justin Gaethje is a lot better. Dustin Poirier has cemented himself as one of the best lightweights of all time. You guys go. I need a minute again.
I got Gaethje in this one. I think Poirier is he's still a great fighter, but I think he's kind of resting on his laurels lately. He's been kind of sitting back and just enjoying what comes with being in his position. And I think Gaethje's coming for that smoke.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Gaethje as well. I still feel that he's still hungry for that title.
Exactly.
The other thing, too, that's going to factor into this fight is the event's going to be at Salt Lake. So I feel like elevation's going to be in Gaethje's favor. He trains out of Colorado. So okay. I think that's going to play a factor in that too. And Gaethje is not the same fighter as when they last met. So
not at all.
Yeah, he improved like a lot.
They're both better, but
yeah, for sure.
Gaethje's rate of improvement is way higher. So wait, and isn't Poirier out of Louisiana, like New Orleans?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So he's training below sea level.
Yeah.
Gaethje's training way above sea level. I wonder if that's going to be a factor.
And the reason why I say that he's still hungry, because look, he just took out Rafael Aziz, you know what I mean? Who was like was an up and comer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and he smashed that hype train.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I love that they're both gonna go in there and throw hands, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Will, are you able to see who Dustin's last fight was against?
Can I see, sir?
It was Conor McGregor.
Was it?
No, he had a fight after that.
Or what?
He did.
Oh no, he fought Oliveira. I believe.
Yeah, Chandler.
No, he beat Chandler.
Oh yeah, no, it was Chandler. Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, he beat McGregor. He lost to Oliveira, and then he beat Chandler. Yeah, he beat Conor, lost to Oliveira, and then beat Chandler.
Okay, so I'm going to be going against the grain here. I got Poirier because I see it the opposite way you guys see it. I think Poirier is still hungry for a title shot, which I do think Justin Gaethje is still hungry himself too, but I think you guys are discrediting Dustin. I think he still wants that title. That's always been on his mind. That's been the goal since day one, all because he's got the hot sauce now. He's got the fame. He's got the money. At the end of the day, he still wants the real legit belt, and I think he will go out there and win just because he's got he's more pinpoint about everything he does. He's very articulate. And not saying this is just a classic fight between two of the best lightweights in the division. And I think Dustin had a better fight against Oliveira than Gaethje did.
Here's why I don't think he's as hungry, because he avoided a better fight.
Bro, he's from Louisiana. How's he not hungry? Look what they eat.
I know. What I'm saying, well, then if he's from Louisiana, he's well fed. Why I don't think Poirier is as hungry as Gaethje is because Poirier, he avoided a better fight at one point, and then he's taken lesser fights at times during this little run. He's taken lesser fights than he could have.
They both had a layoff, though. This is both their first fight back in over 180 days.
Yeah, I'm talking about before that, though. Before this layoff, there was
waiting for Conor for that second fight.
Yeah, Dustin's been on a money fight tour, basically.
Yeah.
Whereas Gaethje's still climbing towards getting that belt. But hey, we don't look just because of that, we can't necessarily read into what's in the man's head and heart. But I will say, if just based on the evidence, it seems like Poirier's about the money and the hot sauce now, and Gaethje's out.
The thing is, a lot of people can go ahead and say too that Justin Gaethje has the wrestling advantage because of where he trains and everything. But Dustin Poirier is also really good on the ground and good at takedown defense.
Yeah, his last two fights were. His last fight was a submission win. So
yeah, this is going to be. I believe that this could possibly already be a fight of the year candidate after the fight's over, because you can't go wrong with this fight. I really hate that this is for the gimmick title, but you need something to show the show, I guess. But I'm excited for this fight. This is definitely my favorite fight that's happened this year. That's been scheduled before it happened. Like seeing what gets announced. This is my favorite fight that they've announced. I think this is going to be an absolute just banger. These guys are going to go out, beat the crap out of each other. I'm more, and again, I am a huge Michael Chandler fan, but I'm more excited for this fight than I was when Dustin and Chandler were announced.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun fight, man.
And I am going to go with Dustin Poirier because that hot sauce is awesome.
That is one reason to pick a fight.
Will, have you tried it?
I haven't, and I want to.
They're great on tenders or regular wings. I
would hope so. If you're a hot sauce worth your shit, you better be good on all things.
Absolutely.
I put that shit on everything.
Took, you're here. Pick a winner. Yeah,
Took, if you're here, pick a winner. Or did he already pick it? I didn't.
Oh, let me go back and look at the.
Oh, he did. He said Gaethje wins. He did pick.
Gaethje?
He picked Gaethje.
Round number, Jake. Hey, it's cool. I'll take the 3-1 here. I'll take all y'all guys' money.
Hey,
round number.
Hey, Jake. Take out them sunglasses. Poirier's on the left.
Yep. You know what we're gonna do? I don't know what it's gonna be yet. We'll figure out the match. It's either gonna be a fight or some kind of sporting event, football teams. But we're gonna bet on something. And if you lose, you're wearing sunglasses, bro.
For a whole week on a podcast.
For the whole week at night, inside on a podcast. You're going to triple down on pet peeves. We're going to
listen. Hold up. No, wait. My other pet peeve is kind of unfair because it very rarely happens. I absolutely hate when I'm at a job or work. Like this happened at my current job when I was down in the reload area. Mike would know all about it. I was a lead and I had a supervisor. And I hate, it doesn't matter if it's a job or just a person. I hate when someone looks at me and says, don't tell me how to do my job. What, you don't like criticism? You don't want to, I'm not even trying to tell you how to do your job. I'm trying to make this work better for both of us so that it looks good. Don't tell me that because you're just being a freaking arrogant fuck. Pisses me off. But I digress. There was another one, but you see, I'm forgetting my own pet peeves because I'm in the moment.
We got he said he's forgot. Well, he'll figure it out. We got Kawan up in here. What's good, Kawan?
Kawan, you still need to get on one of these shows.
If Justin stays disciplined, he'll win. If he doesn't, he'll lose. All right, I can see that. Why you don't bet with me?
No, I said I'm giving you $5 and you making me money.
Took is so lonely. He's so lonely. Don't tell me how not to get fired.
Exactly.
Oh, the chat's lighting up. I appreciate y'all, man. What's good?
It's always the controversial comments by Jake that gets everyone to go, "Hey, this dumb motherfucker."
Yes, I should. Yeah, you should be on this show too. Took. You, Kawan, we got to load up.
Hey, Will. We all seem to forget. Took was the guy that helped me get this show up off the ground.
I know, and then the motherfucker disappeared. Hey,
and you know, it's kind of our fault because we pushed this show time up to 7:30 instead of 8:30.
Yeah,
if it was at 8:30, you best believe Took would be up on the screen with us right now.
Maybe one of these maybe when we bang one of these Thursdays or one of these Fridays, we can bang. If we want to get them on, we'll bang one of these at 8:30.
No, I'll tell you what, I got some off time coming, and I got a Friday off in August 18th. If there's a fight night that weekend or a pay-per-view, we'll do it for 8:30 that day.
Remember the goal here is to actually, whether it's a great card or not, we're gonna start busting these down now. We're gonna start going. We'll try maybe every week, if not every other week. But the plan is every week we want to bring the tab out live and direct to y'all. So if we're gonna be doing that, good, bad, or ugly, on the card, then yeah, some of these we can do a little later to get to Quan on. You know,
Will, you need to throw that comment up.
Which one of
Top Gun?
This hilarious one or
yeah.
Chris Vick versus Will UFC 291 main event.
Chris, I love you. We are brothers from another mother, but Will is already a plus 1,000 in that fight.
just to be fair, just because of the knee, bro. Like I thought my knees were bad, bro, but man, so many surgically repaired knees. I hope you're good, bro. I hope you're healing up. Get healed fast.
Heal up quick.
Yeah, we gotta get you healthy. Wait, did they do the wrestling show already?
No, it's Saturday morning.
Saturday morning, Chris. I swear to God, Chris. I swear to God, if you miss the wrestling show, I promise you,
bro. He missed my wrestling part of the chop up a few weeks ago.
I know he did, but that he had missed a bunch of shows because he was going through like some stuff. So like that, we understand that. But I swear, Chris, if you miss this wrestling show after you have harassed us for this thing, after the letters to the president that you've sent in, if you miss this wrestling show, we are all unfriending you. At least for a week. At least for a week, no contact.
Wait, there's a wrestling show?
Yeah, man. They're doing a wrestling show on Saturday.
Professional wrestling.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, not Olympic wrestling, because who the fuck would watch that?
No, that's
What time? You haven't seen the advertisement? I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
I believe it's 8 a.m. is what Took said.
It's 8 a.m. It's 8 a.m. So set your damn alarm. You go to bed at 6 p.m. the night before.
Hey, Took, if you happen to have the link to get into the StreamYard, or you can hop in right after the show real quick, I do got to talk to you. It'll only take 2 minutes, just so you know. If you got time. If you don't, I'll give you a call in a little bit. Anyway, I did not mean to cut into the show. How do you, in closing, pretty damn good card. I'm excited for it. Great show as always, fellas. Will rattle off the guys in the comments. If I had to give an MVP today, that's Will's job. But
you can do the tap out one. I'll let you go.
Well, you saw more of the comments than I did, Will. I actually really want you to do it.
So I'll get back to my job. Shout out to STWF TV for being on here and for letting us do our thing. You know, shout out to Coach, my man Fwen Lewis. Miss Marie was in here early with us. My man Chris was in and out of here doing his thing. Who else we got? My cousin Rob, aka Bang Outs is his name. My man, my family Jesse. Who else we got? My man Took was in here, of course, causing trouble as usual. Bree was in here, appreciate you. And Kawan was in here. I think I got everybody. If I did not, you can yell at me next show. I promise.
Please yell at him. I never get a chance to.
Yeah, and let me get rid of this because we've been looking at these two assholes for way too long at this point.
Yeah, that's enough. I get ripped on at work about liking pro wrestling and UFC. Oh, you just like watching a bunch of dudes with their shirt off. I'm like, you just don't like men's sports. They're
not wrong, but they're wrong about why.
Exactly. But no, hey, always like, share, subscribe this stuff.
Yeah.
Will, this way actually. Will, You the man. Thank you for always hosting. Crazy good. Now I'm hungry because of Lil J's donuts.
Yeah, Lil J's fucked me up.
I got to end up getting down there one day. Mike, always the expert analyst here, giving me shit, talking to me, correcting me when I'm wrong, pronouncing the names correctly.
Jess, this will help you. This is a fact, by the way. I mean, Jake, this will help you. Jess, he yells at me for no reason at all regularly. So
fair enough. Y'all got your own shout outs, which I believe Will already did. Mike, hit your shout outs, and we are done with the tap out.
I want to thank you guys and everybody at STWF for having me on. You know, it's been a pleasure. Always a blast every time I'm on here.
Pew pew pew. Oh, I'm feeling the poster behind you too. You might slide to the side so we can all see that. Oh yes.
Nice.
Yes, the man, the myth, the legend. All right, folks. Look, wait. Yeah, I appreciate you, cool, everybody. Look. Y'all have a wonderful evening. We will see you again soon. I really want to, so I'm telling you, I'm going to press you guys live on this one. I want to do a follow-up show for some of these, you know, because we just cover it and then we fuck off and everybody watches or doesn't watch. But we should come back around and see who won and respond to how that happened. I think that'll also build more information. It'll make it stick with us so that we don't always have to Google everything, which isn't a problem, but we look cooler when we know from the top, you know. What up, Unc? What up, Unc, in the building? Our fearless leader.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so we're gonna keep this going. It's been a great show. I appreciate everybody being here. You fellas have a good night. And tap out. We out.
Kamui.
Kamui.